Hey, g'day everyone, Paul Daniels here and What I Fix Daily. So this is a Macbook Air 1466. It's a 00165 board. It's one that I repaired a couple of weeks ago with a great big fat wire for 3V42. But I was using it the other day and I actually noticed for the first time I don't have an audio output. I've got the speaker here and it's grayed out. And no matter what I try, it won't come up. Like if I try to click on the speaker, and we can't do anything with the volume. So I thought, okay, well, maybe something weird's going on. So, well, obviously something is going on. I go out about this Mac. I go into my system report. And I look under audio. And I got nothing. No devices. Zilch. Nada. So, oh, crikey, I've got another fault on the board that I didn't see. Because, remember, this is a liquid damage board, and well, we expected all sorts of weirdness. I mean, I did get it for under $100 off eBay, which is quite a good buy. So, what's going on here? I went over the board and I couldn't find anything, at least nothing obvious. And more to the point, I couldn't find an actual audio chip. And then I realized it's the DCM board. That's where the audio chip is for this particular model. Okay, so if we look around, there's no damage we can see to the connector there. At least nothing major anyway. There's a usual sort of bit of discoloration of all the test pads, just general cat hair. Well, it always got to be cat hair. And the socket seems fine, though we wouldn't expect any damage on the socket itself to cause the issues at hand, particularly that we're showing no hardware. So if we flip over, it's pretty much a similar story, just general trash all around the place, but nothing too significant. But now the trick with these things is that the chip is actually under here, and if I take this away, you can straight away pretty much see what's going on. There's our culprit, and that little fellow is being water damaged. Now it seems to be it's coming through on the 3.5 millimeter socket, or it's precipitating from the underside of this rubber boot for whatever reason. And what I did is I did a bit of digging around, and I found that this chip, or a similar chip, is what's used in the iPhone 6 series. It's not the identical one, but it's the same concept. It's BGA. It's got a hell of a lot of pins, and they do tend to have, and these look like decoupling capacitors. So I did some experimentation and found out that they're most likely 10 microfarad, 402 size, and all we've got to do is replace it. Let's see if a knockoff method works. Yep, that just came off nice and easy. I am a little worried about damage under the BGA, but I think what we can do is perhaps just give it a bit of a flux reflow. And you're out of here. You're clearly very messed up. Okay, so we'll get some solder onto those pads, clean them up, get them ready to accept a new chip. Get them ready to accept a new capacitor. You can hot air this cap on, just a bit of a metal shield, a bit of protection, and you'll be right. So this one's actually pretty bad. That pad really doesn't want to come up. The capacitor next to it doesn't look so great either, but I think I'll leave that. Come on. I have to do some scraping here. I will point out, if you're in a rush, or if you're not in a situation where you have to do this sort of thing, then by all means just buy a new DCM board. Don't stuff around with this one. But if you're caught out and you've got no stock, and you're like me and you live in a remote area where you can't get things on the same day, then you sometimes have to do this sort of stuff. That's really not. Come on. Let's try go at it at a different angle. I gotta be careful, I don't want to lift that pad. There we go. Okay, it looks like they've got enough on them to... They've got enough on them to accept a new cap. Now I do have supply of this particular cap, which is a, like I said, 10 volt. Sorry, not 10 volt. It's 10 microfarad, 402, 6.3 volts. Checked with the iPhone schematics and... Whoops, we've got two of them, we only need one. And I see no occurrence of anything higher than a 6.3 volt version of this cap. And when I check on the suppliers for various bits and pieces, there are no caps greater than 6.3 volts. So I think we can safely say that this will be a 6.3 volt cap. There we go. Now, if I was smart, I would have actually measured that cap before I got rid of it, but too late. And visually it was a goner, we knew that much. But it would have been nice to see whether it was failing in a short mode or failing in just a loss of capacity mode. Right. You can sit there. And we do need to protect the plug socket, sorry. So I've just got this little metal shield. Now on my quick, I'm using 420 temperature and 40 litres of air. So, oops. Which is pretty much an iPhone type working setting. Slightly high temperature for an iPhone, but now what I'm hoping for here is that the solder will pull it into place. Alright, that's looking good. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea for us to ultrasonic this afterwards. That'll help clear out some of the scum that's probably sitting on the balls under here. With all that flux that we just put in there, would have done a bit of cleaning up as well. Alright, well I guess we'll plug this in and see if we've got any success. Look, there's some scum there. I'm pretty sure that's just... yeah, it's just dust. Alright, let's give it a go. Okay, we're booted. Let's have a look. Well, what do you know, we got a speaker there, and it worked.
What is this? What is this?
Well,
What
there we
did
go.
you do to your MacBook?
Audio works, so there you go.
No, they sprayed acid on it.
Bad cap on the DCM board. Replace it, give it a bit of a flux cook, and it should be good. Thanks for watching.